So we're talking about equality. Of course, the European institutions and organizations and countries are very much are very much. So I have to take this all over again. So talking about equality in Europe, of course, European institutions and organizations are very interested in promoting equality among its citizens. And of course, there are so many efforts going on at different levels. But the point for me is, can there be equality for all? Is that possible? Or is it not an illusion? I personally think that we need to create conditions that enable people to have the feeling that they are equally treated and that they can participate fully. And we let people define the level of their participation, the level of their equality, or the level to which they think that they are equals, because I think we're not born equals, and the concept of diversity also means that we are different and that we accept our differences. I am a black woman. If you talk about women's issue, there are certain things that will actually be important to me as a woman. But if you talk to me directly, you will understand that there are certain other aspects that are more important to me than they will be for a European woman. And this doesn't mean that a European woman is a European woman. There are different European women. So we have this intersectionality of different personalities that we are. We have multidimensional identities, and we don't have to choose between one or the other. So this means the concept of equality for me is a very superficial concept. It's for me something that it means for me, having that environment that let people think and believe that they are invited to be part of, that they can be equal in the different layers, in the different places, in the different contexts that they are in. But saying that everyone has to be equal, I think it's something that will never happen and should never happen, because equality is defined differently depending on whom you're talking to, depending on what you are relating to when you talk about equality. You can talk about equality in political participation. It will mean that you need different set of rules than when you talk about equality in education, than when you talk about equality with regards to access to the labor market, than when you talk about equality with regards to, between man and woman. So the concept of equality is a vision, and the way to realize our own equality should be very different and should fit into who we are, where we come from, what our value systems are, our beliefs, and our expectations. And the environment we live in and the institution should be open enough, flexible enough, and revolutionary enough to be able to create that kind of environment and to actually invite people in their differences to participate in equality activities, equality movement, without having to have the feeling that they have to fit into a particular scheme, a particular system to have equal access, to be equally valued, to be equal partners. So this is something that I think we have to bear in mind from my experience if we want to advocate for equality in Europe. And this is what I think European institutions should definitely take into consideration, that we are very different and with different set of rules and strategies when it comes to creating equality for all, or creating environments that enable people to think that they have equality in whatever they do.